So today I'm talking about my 2020 reading goals, and I have one bonus goal, which is a channel goal, but it was one of my goals last year too, so it's nothing new. Maybe I shouldn't call it a bonus. Let's just jump right into it. So I have 7 goals written down here, and I'm just going to go through each one and talk quite briefly. I don't want to make this video too long. So my first goal for 2020 is to have a TBR of like right around 3 books plus 1 pick from my TBR jar. So it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly 3 books every single month, but I want to kind of leave myself a lot more space for mood reading. I noticed this past year, I started making videos and I started doing these crazy TBR videos with like 10 or 12 books on them, and I never read any of the books because I'm a mood reader. So like the worst thing for a mood reader to do is give themselves like a huge TBR, and that's exactly what I was doing. So what I want to do is I want to keep my TBR to like 3 or so books that I'm either really excited about or like I just really want to prioritize, and leave the rest of the month for mood reading. And then I can read whatever I want, whatever strikes my fancy at that time. When it's time for me to start a new book, I'll just pick up whatever I want. I'm hoping this will help with me actually like getting through some stuff. Like I have a bunch of different like goals here that have to do with specific things, and I want to keep those in mind while I'm putting books on my TBR to prioritize. I want to kind of keep the rest of my goals in mind. That was really repetitive. I'm sorry. So the second goal that I have for my reading in 2020 is that I want to have no more than 3 books going at once. So 1 ebook, 1 audiobook, and 1 physical book. And that's it. Because one thing I've struggled with, and this isn't even like a booktube thing. This isn't since I started my channel. This isn't the past year. This is like my entire life thing. I've always read multiple books at once. Like I will have 7 books going at once and I never read anything. Like I never finish anything. And if you've watched any of my vlogs, like you might notice they feature the same books over and over and over again because I start so many books and I never finish anything. And I want that to stop. Like I want to put an end to that this year. So in 2020, my goal is to have no more than 1 of each format going at a time so that I actually finish what I start instead of just starting 20 things and talking about the same exact books over and over again and then having wrap-ups that are 2 books and that's it because I started a million things. So my third goal is kind of a Goodreads. It is a Goodreads goal. Normally I set my Goodreads goal at 50 because I feel like that's kind of a safe number. I always read around that anyway. So last year, 2018, I read 54 books. And then in 2019, right now, I'm at 59, I believe. And then I'm going to finish a book today, so that'll be 60. And so I want to challenge myself a little bit. Not necessarily because I want to just end up reading a bunch of short books to try to like meet a Goodreads goal. I don't care that much. But I want to kind of challenge myself a little bit. So if I set it at 60, I'm hoping maybe I'll read 65 instead of 60. Number 4 is I want to catch up and finish a bunch of series. I made a whole video about series that I want to read / catch up with / finish in 2020, and that's basically what this goal is. Like I want to read those books, I want to read those series, I want to finish up those series, I want to catch up in series, just so I don't have like a million things going and then by the time you read the next one you already forget what happened. Like I want to get out of that habit. I want to like try to keep my series being read within a smaller time frame so I don't forget everything that happened before I try to continue on and then get really lost. So yeah, again, pretty self-explanatory. I just want to catch up on a bunch of series. Okay, the 5th goal is that I want to read more nonfiction. I feel like this is always a goal for me. I love reading fiction. I love fantasy. I love romance. Like I love all these things, but there's just something different about reading nonfiction. I feel like it kind of challenges your brain a little bit more. It gives you more to think about on like a critical level. When I read fiction, I feel like it's basically just for pure enjoyment. Like I don't think about it very hard. But when I'm reading nonfiction, I feel like it kind of makes me think a little bit harder and become a little bit more of a critical reader because I want to actually like ingest and understand what I'm reading. Whereas with fiction, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, this is fun, whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, this is a goal. It will probably always be on my list of reading goals. Last year, I challenged myself to read, or 2019, this year. I challenged myself to read one nonfiction a month. And I started off really strong, and then I feel like I kind of petered out towards the end of the year. I don't think I read any nonfiction the past couple of months. So I want to get back into it. I set my goal at one per month again. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, and then my 6th goal. Okay, so this one is a little bit embarrassing. Back in, I want to say June or July, sometime over the summer, I think it was, I put up an intro video for something that I said was going to be a series on my channel, and that is the 100 Book Bucket List Challenge. Last year for Christmas, my sister-in-law got me this poster that just lists off, or it has like little scratchy things, and it has 100 books on it, and you're supposed to read the book, and then after you read the book, you're supposed to scratch it off, and it just shows like a little picture that's related to the book. And so I made this video. I keep looking over here because it's like up here. I made this video, and I picked the 3 books that I wanted to start with, and then I never read any of them. So my 6th goal for 2020 is to actually read the books for the 100 Book Bucket List Challenge. So I'm kind of going to try, I'm going to try to read one per month. And yeah, so just try to knock out 12 books for that challenge and actually continue the series that I introed. It's one of the most viewed videos on my channel, so like I feel like people are interested in it, and then I just didn't do anything with it, so it was kind of a fail on my part, but we're gonna get it done this year. We're gonna start actually putting out content to do with that challenge. So yeah, that is my 6th goal. And then the final goal that I have, number 7, is kind of the bonus one that I was saying, and this is channel related. Towards the end of 2019, I got a lot better with being consistent in my uploads on my channel. But for 2020, I want to like be 100% fully consistent. I want to have like a time schedule. I want to have a day schedule. And my goal is to upload 2 to 3 videos per week. Right now, I'm kind of sitting at 2 before the whole like Christmas upload every day thing. So I'm going to say I'm at least going to do Tuesdays and Fridays. I want to have uploads. And then once I'm comfortably in that routine, I think I'm going to try to add in a 3rd video somewhere. I don't know what day. I don't know if I'll end up switching around the Tuesday Friday thing, but yeah, that's my goal, is 2 to 3 uploads consistently at like a consistent time, edited and ready to go instead of this last minute business that I do now. I just want to be more consistent and have a schedule and work on a schedule because I feel like it'll be easier that way. Those are my 7 reading and channel goals for 2020. Let me know if you have any goals for 2020 for your reading, and like if any of them are the same as mine. I'd be interested to know. Like, I like watching goals videos because like it's interesting to see what's important to different people. Like, these are the things that are important to me, but obviously they're not going to be the same as, you know, somebody else's most important things that they want to prioritize. So I think it's an interesting topic. I really enjoy goals videos and hearing what people's goals are, so feel free to share some of your goals with me. I would love to know. And yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you next time. Bye.